What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel for another round of predictions with me, your host, Nathan. This is Somewhat United with Nathan, but you probably already know that, so at least clicked already, so now it's too late. And so we're going to do game week 4 predictions and some tasty matches this week. Without further ado, let's get into it. So we have opening match that I want to predict on at least is Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. I believe this is the first match of the week 2 actually. So we are opening with a banger, and we have Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. And so, as you know, Crystal Palace beat Manchester United, and I am a Manchester United fan. So now I'm a little more obligated to see where they go. If we were really terrible that day and that day only, which I don't think we were. I think we have a lot of ways to go to. So I keep track of the Crystal Palace matches just for that reason. Really, I know it's weird, but I just do that. So we have Chelsea versus Crystal Palace, and I predicted a 2-1 victory for Chelsea. I think Chelsea are just going to get over the line because I still think Crystal Palace is quite a capable side on its day. It just depends on when they show up. Wilfried Zaha still in form. Then don't forget Andros Townsend, of course. And the fullbacks are a little dangerous this year. This Mitchell kid seems to be quite promising at the moment. So he's a factor in also until Van Aanholt comes back, of course. Then I don't know what might happen. So he's also a promising factor in this. But I think Chelsea will just do enough to get through because. Although they have hit some tough times recently, Timo Werner was not able to get off the mark. Then when he gets off the mark, it's in a losing attempt in the EFL Cup against Spurs, where they lost on penalties in midweek. So people are relying on Werner maybe too much, I think. And the team still looks like they haven't gelled together quite yet. But the moment they do, they're going to be very, very promising team again. So maybe this is the week they start to gel. So I'm going with a 2-1 victory. I think Crystal Palace is most likely to put up a fight in this match, but I think Chelsea will get over the line. Then we have Everton versus Brighton Hove Albion, and Everton's on a roll. They're undefeated right now. I believe they got all their points. They're 9 points. They're looking like a team that's playing very well together. Carlo Ancelotti has got them running into a fine machine at the moment, and I think they play Brighton and Hove Albion, who have lost last week to Manchester United and lost in the midweek to Manchester United. They did not play their full starting 11 again in the EFL Cup against Manchester United, but they lost handily 3-0, and I think it will affect the team. And I think Everton's probably not the team you want to play when things like that happen to you, when you're on a bit of a losing streak and you're waiting for a bounce back. So I think it's wrong place, wrong time, and I think Everton's going to win. I would say 2-1 or 3-1. I think they will get on the board because Brighton strikers are pretty decent, so they will get on the board. But I think Everton will have just too much for them. Then we have Leeds and Man City. And Leeds seem to be very attacking. They're playing Bielsa ball, as they call it, I believe. And Marcelo Bielsa seems to be a really, really good coach. And a lot of people anticipated Leeds coming into the Premier League and what it would look like and how would their style fit. They seem to be doing all right. It's a pretty good start to the season for a promoted team, of course. And of course, there's always they can always get better anytime. And Man City they came off that Leicester beating, which I predicted would be the shock of the week last week. If you have seen the video, you'd know. And they beat Burnley 3-0 midweek in the EFL Cup, but you never know, right? Leeds' attacking ability seems to be very, very good. And I don't know if Laporte is back to full fitness. Nathan Ake might be a weak link. It's too difficult to tell. So I think Man City will get it. Maybe 2-0, but I think this is my shock of the week again. I'm going to go with Leeds. Man City could be the shock of the week this week out of the matches I've picked. Then we have Leicester versus West Ham. Listen, I'm not going to get into this. If Jamie Vardy plays, West Ham is in trouble. I know they beat Wolves 4-0, but Wolves is not the team Leicester is. Leicester with Jamie Vardy and Harvey Barnes Look what they did to Man City. They could easily do that to West Ham, and I'm going to go out on a limb here and believe in the undeniable force that Vardy is, if he is fit, because there might be a chance that he might not play. I think it's going to be 4-0. I think they're going to put the sword to West Ham and they're going to do it in a brutal fashion. I know they had a good win over Wolves, but they've still not been so good. Based on all the matches, they haven't been so good yet this season. So we're going to see if it was a fluke or they have hit some form and they're going to maintain some kind of consistency and give Leicester a tough match. Either way, I have Leicester winning though. Then we have Arsenal and Sheffield, and that while that might not be the most exciting match I've picked, I picked it for a simple reason that Sheffield United has not got on the board yet. They haven't scored a goal in 3 game weeks, and that's kind of strange. They don't have like the most promising strikers in their lineup, but they always manage to get a goal. They're always good that way, they always manage to get a goal from someone or the other. Someone shows up, someone scores a goal from an unlikely source, maybe Ender Stevens or Landstrom, or somebody gets a goal, but they haven't got a goal yet. And I don't know, Arsenal's defense can be dodgy, it's not at the moment, it's quite okay. They can be dodgy though, and they can leak goals sometimes a lot. But I have a strange feeling that Arsenal are not going to do that this week, and I go with a 2-0. Probably maybe Aubameyang and Lacazette duo for the goals, the usual 2. Maybe Nketiah might get on the mark this week, I don't know. But I think it's going to be 2-0, and I have a feeling that Sheffield is going to continue their scoreless run. Hopefully they'll get back on track sooner rather than later. They're otherwise a very solid team. And then we have the last match of the week in my predictions, which is the Manchester United match versus Tottenham. As you know, I'm a Manchester United fan, so I'm looking forward to this match. We're on a back-to-back winning streak now. We've beaten Brighton twice, which is a good thing. We have a lot of momentum based on yesterday's match against Brighton in the EFL Cup 3-0 victory. And I think with the absence of Son in the team, I think this is kind of funny, but I think Harry Kane's as fast as Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire. So this week there's no fear of them getting outrun like they are 2 cement blocks. I think they are as fast, if not maybe slightly faster than Harry Kane. But Harry Kane is obviously Harry Kane, and he's a tricky guy, and he can score a goal from anywhere because that's the quality he has. But the fact that, and in my opinion, the more dangerous player is Son, because he's, in my opinion, more dynamic than Kane. Like, he does other things and he does them well. And I just think he's the more dangerous threat overall. The absence of him might be a good thing for us, because I think right now our defense is shaky and we need all the help we can get, really. So if we have another game week where the defense can, solidify, be calm, and, gather themselves, keep their form, don't get their head about them too much, I think we can win. I think it's going to be a 2-1 victory for us. I think we're just going to scrape it through, simply because of the fact that they don't have one of their main players, or in my opinion, the star player, the actual X factor in the team, at least in my opinion. And I think that's going to show itself on game day, and I think we're just going to do enough to get it over the line. And there's a real outside chance, it's a very outside chance, that we might sign Jadon Sancho, and he might be there. He might not be playing, but he might be there, so it might give them the boost, that transfer boost the team, the excitement. It might help the team push through and get over the line. I think it's going to be a 2-1 victory for us against Tottenham. I think Son is a very important factor in this decision and this prediction in this week, and I think it just makes my decision a little easier, because both teams are kind of shaky. Both teams have their downsides at the moment, and it could go either way, honestly. But I think because of the Son factor, I think it kind of narrowly edges it in our direction. 2-1 to Manchester United. That was another round of predictions. This was game week 4. I hope you'll have a good. I hope you'll have a nice weekend. Hope you'll enjoy the matches. And if you do like this video, if you like these predictions, you just enjoy the video in general. If you like anything about the video, please like, please share, please subscribe, hit the bell icon so you don't miss another video from me, and have a good weekend.